Hey, summertime. Summertime. Okay, okay.
Come on.
Welcome everyone to Life with Eli. Like I said, we're gonna do interviews and things like that. And I have my first person to interview, my beautiful wife right here. She's all me. Jasmine Burwell. She's also wearing her Life shirt. So I'm gonna let her go in, introduce herself. We're gonna drop a couple questions on her, as well as we're gonna eat a little bit. So yeah, let's enjoy it. First of all, let me let her introduce herself, where she from, what she do, all that good stuff. All right.
I am Jasmine Burwell. A lot of my friends call me Bubbles, so if you see me out, you can say hi, Bubbles. It is socially. Wait.
I'm sorry to get you hot because you keep on whispering.
Oh, and then I am a third grade teacher. This will be my second year teaching. I went to school. Doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. Ha. But I'm from Dallas. And I moved into this small little country town for Elijah. All right, what's up?
So the first question I want to ask is really big right now is, how do you feel about going back to school with the current situation with COVID and everything like that?
Sorry, guys. It doesn't bother me. I'm not scared or anything like that. I think only just because I go to Walmart a lot, I go to Target a lot, and there are kids in there. There's a lot of people in there. A lot of parents don't put on masks on their babies. Just today when I was in the mall, I saw a little infant, like small little infant baby like this. So people don't really care about the issue. I just feel like I'm covered. That's what me and my sisters always say. Don't worry because you're covered. So I'm covered. I try to make sure my family and myself takes the necessary vitamins, that we eat the necessary fruits and vegetables that we need. If you don't know, if you haven't followed me on social media, I am a thick chick. So I love to eat. And so I am not worried about what may or may not happen. We're eating Chinese food because that's my favorite. One of my favorites.
So another question I will have as a teacher coming in, being that most of the kids, they stopped at spring break, so they didn't get that last semester of work, learning, all that good thing, especially in elementary. How do you think that's going to impact not just your teaching, but everyone teaching? Because you have seniors who didn't finish out their junior year. You have, we have a first grader in our house that didn't finish out her first grade year, and she's going straight to the second grade. How do you think that's going to affect as far as teachers everywhere?
Honestly and truly, and this is just my opinion. Y'all don't take this. Take it very light. This is my opinion. When you're going into teaching, no matter what grade you're teaching, you have to go back and piggyback on the things that they learn. If you don't, then how can you be effective in your teaching? How can you get them prepared for the little test that comes up before you take STAR? And I say that because I was a fourth grade teacher last year, and I kind of went back to the basics. So that's exactly what I'm going to have to do That's exactly what I'm going to have to do with my third graders. I think that it may be challenging, but it may not be challenging. I'm nervous about third grade, but I'm excited about third grade. So I think it just depends on the person.
I feel you on that. Another question. Let's get to the juicy details because we are a married couple. So another question I would like to ask: how is juggling being a wife and being a mother at the same time? I know every woman takes it different. Some, a little bit harder than others. How do you feel, about being a mother and a wife? What's some of the challenges you have? What's something that you love about it? What's something that you might not, like about
I hate it all.
Wow, yo, I think she was talking about me. Low
Just
key.
kidding. No, it's cool. I mean, just like dating, there's days when you feel like, why you in my face? Then there's other days you're like, oh, come here, let me hug you. See, look at that. So, I would say in the beginning, it was very hard because we have two girls. We were both young, trying to start our career. I actually quit my full-time job, moved to another town. So, I didn't have a job I was employed with the school district because I knew that I was moving. So I did have a plan, but I wasn't working for 4 months. I breastfed for 6 months, had a kindergarten student. Kindergarten student. So Elijah was traveling a lot, so I had to figure out my purpose. And I honestly didn't think I really figured it out until I started teaching last year. And I was like, oh, this is why everybody keeps telling me this is where I should have been years ago. So it is hard, but we have a schedule. I implement that schedule. It's harder when we go to Dallas, but it comes with flexibility. So
what do you think the difference is as being a girlfriend and being a wife? My biggest thing was, being a boyfriend and becoming a husband is the title change. You have responsibility that you have to take care of. As a girlfriend, y'all can live together and everything, but still not have, y'all can pay your own bills, things like that. But now, as a husband, you gave her your last name, so you got to step up to the plate.
Oh, you do?
I'm saying, you do.
Mm-hmm.
Move the towel, and I got you. I'm just saying.
Anyways, so what was the question?
What do you feel like the difference is between being a girlfriend and being a wife? What is the transitioning, or what is the big change?
Being a girlfriend and being a wife. I guess as a girlfriend, we didn't have kids. So when I was ready to just be like, deuces, we just kind of got up and went. I enjoyed going out, being with my friends. Being like, hey, I'm going to catch you on the flip side. Now it's like, can I go this weekend? Do you got something to do? Can you watch the girls?
You gonna watch the girls? Yeah.
I mean, can I have $20 so I can just go buy me like a little L.I.F.E? I'll take the Goodwill when I get finished because I can't fit no more. That's one of the big differences. And another thing, marriage is not for the weak. So if you are a stubborn person, please, 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 please pray on it. Because I do not like sharing. I do not like sharing. I can share, but I don't like sharing. I don't like to share my money. I don't like to share my shoes. I don't like to share anything.
You ain't gotta share
my husband. Okay. For those of you out there on Facebook, I do not like to share my husband. But if you want to take him to lunch, by all means, because that means I ain't got to do.
We're taking free meals.
So, but yeah, I think that in being financially stable, like when you become married, you're supposed to kind of like put your monies together so that you can buy things. My husband is a shoe shopper, so
that's what I'm still working on that. We only about to be in year 3, so
it's still a process.
It's still a process.
But those are what I feel are our biggest challenges. Mm-hmm. As a boyfriend and girlfriend, and this is my opinion, so any young couple out there, please take this lightly. I mean, do your thing by all means, but even in college, my boyfriends could come and visit me, spend a night here and there, but we didn't live together. Mm-hmm. And so sharing a closet and that is a big change. So we shared a closet, one whole closet for 3 years, and with baby stuff in our closet. So that's another thing, like being able to live together and say, this is what we're going to have here and there. Yeah.
And also I feel like the best thing we've done is become more stable with each other as far as, the room and spacing out stuff. I think our first apartment, like you said, we had the closet where we had to share. Second apartment, it got bigger, then we got small, and now we back big. So it's just about learning how to share, move some stuff around.
I will give his stuff away in a heartbeat. So if y'all ever see shoes on Facebook, like, anybody wear this size? I'm trying to get rid of some stuff because
it's a habit. Hey, I'm going 4 to
he's a
5
hoarder.
months. 4 to 5 months, I'm not buying those shoes.
Hoarder.
Take my word on that.
He's a hoarder.
Another big thing I want you to talk about is your faith, because I know you pray for me. I remember when we first started dating, that's one thing I really loved about you.
You got baptized right before we got married.
Baptized. So just talk about faith and what it means, how big it is, especially with everything going on today. In today's society, I feel like a lot of people forget the power of prayer. We got friends who married us, who are pastors, that, you know, if we call on them, we know that they can help us out as far as strengthening our, you know, relationship with God. And I feel like young couples, that's what makes a good relationship. If she take you to church, she the one.
No, that's not true. Because you can take a man to church with you and he don't even want to be there. So he's not paying attention. He's not getting the word. Don't do it. Don't listen to him. People go to church because they want to go to church. That's my take on it.
So you think it's a big change now with COVID and having to be online? It makes it a little bit more difficult to be consistent?
I'm going to say kind of. Because I like going into my church. I like seeing the people. I'm really friendly. His runners know that because I'm like, hey, y'all need something? Anyways. So I like going into the church house physically. So being online was kind of like a struggle. But I love watching my Pastor Chris online. I'm from the Antioch Church in Dallas. But I think it has been a little bit difficult when it comes to like Bible studies, getting together and doing small groups. A lot of people are still doing small groups via Zoom, but for me, it's kind of hard, especially when I have kids running in the background. I'm not able to focus on God's word, what we're talking about, praying for one another. It's kind of difficult. That 6 a.m. prayer time, gotta have that, okay? Without that, without your prayer time, your personal your personal prayer time, you find yourself missing a lot throughout that day. So, yeah.
Okay.
You can talk to her. I do this.
So, this is another, I got 2 more questions.
Sorry, y'all.
So, another big question I want to ask.
Y'all ever eat Chinese food and get stuck in your seat? What you supposed to do? Sorry.
Yeah, move right there. So another big question, what do you feel like was a turning point in our relationship as far as, no, this is a good question. How is it being quarantined with your significant other? How do you feel, has it been your experience? Because, you know, usually you go your way, fade out, I go my way, fade out, we meet back up at night. We're not, you know, in each other's face all day and with the kids. So how has the quarantine life helped or not helped our relationship?
Well, it didn't do nothing for me. I'm just being honest, because the only things I'm going to say that I got to do differently is kind of build a better relationship with my children. Well, not better, but work with them more, because I'm one of those teacher moms. We do work at home. Even right now, summertime, she got to get that 30 minutes in, addition, subtraction, writing on her penmanship. It's very important. I hate when a lot of you used to come home and say, I asked this kid to give me his signature and he wrote his name in print. I'm like, what? So we work on penmanship. So when she's able to do cursive writing, which is now back in the schools, should be on top of it. You haven't bothered me being here because we work out more. Like I told you, I like to eat. So going to go work out more was important to me. And sorry, she's trying to jump rope as of right now. But I don't have a problem with him being here. We watch movies all the time. We did a lot of dinner times together. I'm thankful for that. At first, he was like, oh, I made dinner. What time you coming? Oh, 8 o'clock? Okay, well, your dinner in the microwave. I'll see you in the morning. So, no drastic change for me. Probably different for Elijah, though.
It was a big difference for me, being that I got to, you know, see y'all every day. You know, like you said, I'm used to traveling, being gone all the time. I love that I could rest. I love getting to rest, and like I just love being able to hang out. I feel like I learned a lot more about my kids, as well as my wife.
What you learned about me?
What have I learned about you? That you really, you a go getter sometimes. Waking up at 6 a.m. to go work out, even though you didn't want to. I mean, I can tell y'all for a whole month, I had a 5 a.m. alarm clock for me to go work out. I'm just now on my second week of actually doing it. I've had it the whole summer. She gets up.
It was super annoying because I'm like, yo, I don't need to get up to 6. And it's like 5:15, 5:25, 5:30, 5:45, 6:15. I'm like, bro, I'm finna get up.
I say it wakes her up more than it wakes me up. So that's been a good thing. I feel like we've got to talk and discuss more as far as, you know, finances, what we want to do as far as getting the house, just little things like that. And then being able to put our daughters in swim lessons, gymnastics, and actually being able to go and watch them practice and see the progress. That's something we couldn't have done if we both, you know, were working right now. So I always say that's a great blessing.
And before I got my teacher job, I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and I wanted to foster and adopt. So staying at home for me doesn't bother me. I'm thankful for the money because it has blessed me to go a long way. So, yeah.
I miss people. I miss civilization. I'm a recruiter, so I'm used to talking to a lot of people.
You better talk to them people at Walmart.
So, yes. Last question. Being that the brand is life, living in full expectation. Can I get your input on what you feel that means, living in full expectation life? Just your, you know, breakdown of it. Because everybody has a different breakdown of it. So what's yours?
Living in full expectation. Full expectation to me meaning like my purpose. What did God design me to do? A lot of my friends know that I have asked many a years, how did you find your purpose? How did you know what God was wanting you to do or calling you to do? How did you know, you know what I'm saying, that you heard his voice? And like I said, I pray all the time, but I never pay attention to the signs. And as young people, we don't pay attention to the sign because we're looking for the answer to like hit us in the face. And so for me, living in my full expectation, there's a lot of things I want in my life, like a dance studio because I like doing steps. I like doing Zumba, things like that. My husband wants to own the gym. That's not my goal. That's his goal. You know, things like that. And so just living to make sure that I achieve all that I am supposed to, on top of being a good leader and a good pillar in my community. So,
yeah. All right. We're going to close out on that. I would love to say thank you to my beautiful wife, looking out good and stuff.
Thank you.
Y'all check out her YouTube channel too.
Sweet Life of Jasmine. That's L.I.F.E, capital letters of Jasmine.
Check out her YouTube channel. She's gonna be doing some vlogging with the girls. Me and her gonna do some things as well. Just check us out. And again, I say thank you. You gonna have to stop hurting them, looking out good and stuff. Ooh. All right. Thank you for visiting us today. L.I.F.E, Life of Eli, and we're out of here.